Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Have you ever watched someone try to fix a complex issue just by wildly guessing? Like swapping parts out until something miraculously works. Yeah, it's pure chaos. Today, we're looking at the exact opposite. We are unpacking the Etisalat Academy's telecom diagnostic logic to reveal the really fascinating structured thinking behind a true precision fix.
So, here's our structured roadmap for troubleshooting like a pro. First, the Verify First protocol. Second, the No-Fix trap. Third, identifying the affected service. And finally, catching those quick wins. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. The Verify First protocol. Basically, confirming before you act.
This first phase is where telecom trainees, like Fadi from our source material, learn a golden rule. You absolutely must confirm if an issue is real before you touch a single cable. It all boils down to 3 high-level steps. Confirm the issue, identify the exact service, and check for quick wins. Let's break down that critical first step, confirming the actual issue.
To actually confirm an issue, you need 3 proofs. First up, proving the symptoms. Think of it as the show me step. The massive trap here is just blindly trusting the customer's description. They might panic and say, "My internet is dead," but instead of taking that at face value, the pro action is to make them prove it. Can they run a speed test or ping 8.8.8.8? Because honestly, half the time the internet isn't dead at all. Their WhatsApp just needs an update.
Proof number 2 is proving the scope, or as I like to call it, the "is it just you" step. The trap is treating a global network outage like it's just one user's fault. Imagine wasting hours ripping apart a home's wiring only to find out the whole neighborhood is actually down. No way. The right action is to check your test equipment or the network operations center first. If the neighbors are offline too, you're looking at a shared distribution problem, totally outside the house.
The third and final proof is proving the baseline. The trap here? Assuming the setup ever worked correctly in the first place. The action is actually just asking one dead simple question. When was the last time this worked? If the answer is never, like say it's a brand new install, well, you're not looking for a broken physical cable. You're dealing with an activation or provisioning error right out of the gate.
And this brilliantly illustrates how all this theory hits the real world. In the training classroom, they do this drill called the 30-second verification. The tech asks the customer to show them the failing device. But instead of messing with the customer's phone, the tech immediately checks the router status lights. If there's a solid green fiber light, that instantly confirms the network signal is hitting the house perfectly. Boom! In literally 30 seconds, you've completely ruled out the outside fiber infrastructure and narrowed the issue down to the local Wi-Fi or the device itself.
Okay, moving on to Section 2, the No-Fix trap, dealing with unverified faults. So, what happens if a customer complains about a ghost issue that you simply cannot see? Well, this brings us to what is arguably the harshest truth any technician has to swallow. It's a beautifully simple rule, but man, is it hard to stick to in practice. If you cannot verify the fault, you cannot fix it, period. If a customer swears their internet keeps dropping, but you show up and the connection is humming along flawlessly, you cannot just start randomly swapping out equipment to look busy.
Instead, there's a professional protocol for these unverified faults. Don't replace that perfectly good router. Absolutely do not go resplicing the fiber line. The pro move here is to document the flawless signal status on the spot. Then, you basically make the customer your eyes. You instruct them to note the exact time and the specific colors of the router lights the very next time it fails. It's honest, it sets expectations, and honestly, it saves thousands of dollars in wasted hardware.
Section 3. Identifying the affected service and determining priority.
All right, once an issue is actually verified, we have to figure out what kind of traffic is broken. Remember, a single fiber cable carries multiple types of data. Now, what's super interesting here is the service hierarchy matrix, because not all traffic is created equal. At the very top, you've got high-priority, mission-critical services. We're talking emergency voice calls, corporate VPNs, banking point-of-sale systems. Medium priority goes to real-time services like video conferencing or IPTV. And way down at the bottom, best effort services. That's your standard web browsing or watching YouTube videos.
To pinpoint where the problem lives in that hierarchy, you ask 3 identification questions. Question 1. Are we looking at a total service failure or just a single service failure? If absolutely everything is down, voice, TV, internet, then your fault is at the physical pipe level. But what if only the TV is lagging and the internet is blazing fast? That tells you it's a logical, service-specific configuration error.
You're hunting for a software bug, which means whatever you do not touch that physical fiber. Question 2. Who exactly is the subscriber? This is where you check their account profile. If it's a business client, they almost certainly have an SLA, a service level agreement. That's a strict contract demanding service restoration within a tight window, say 4 hours. Knowing this detail instantly turns a standard Tuesday repair job into an absolute emergency priority.
And question 3. Is this a service flow issue or a device issue? Let's say a customer's security cameras go offline. You have to ask, are all the other phones and laptops offline too? If yes, the whole service flow to the premises is busted. But if the answer is no, then the overall flow is perfectly fine, and you just have one specific device's port or IP address getting blocked by the router settings.
Okay, let's put you in the technician's shoes for a sec. Here's a prioritization drill from the training. You've got 3 tickets popping up on your screen. Which one are you driving to first? Ticket A, a home user's YouTube is buffering. Ticket B, a bank's point-of-sale machines are down. Or Ticket C, an elderly user's landline is totally dead. Think back to that service hierarchy we literally just talked about.
So, if you guessed B and C, you are thinking exactly like a pro. The protocol dictates that Ticket B, the critical business service, and Ticket C, the emergency voice service, take absolute priority. Ticket A, that best effort YouTube buffer, yeah, that gets pushed right to the back of the line to be handled last.
And this brings us to a fantastic golden rule from the Etisalat Academy. Don't kill a fly with a cannon. If you figured out the issue is just a minor Wi-Fi bug on a single tablet, you absolutely do not perform a massive full reset of the entire optical line terminal. Because if you do, you risk causing a giant self-inflicted outage for a bunch of services that were actually working just fine.
Section 4. The quick wins. Simply put, never overlook the obvious.
So, we've confirmed the issue. We've identified the service. Now there's one final, absolutely crucial lesson for all trainees. Despite all your shiny, complex technical knowledge, never overlook the obvious stuff. Before you start typing complex software commands or doing massive hardware overhauls, you have to check the visible physical environment. I mean, the ultimate quick win is resolving what looks like a terrifying network outage in under 60 seconds just because you noticed a cable was loose or a power strip got bumped off. Always check the physical space first.
Which leaves us with this final kind of provocative thought to take away from our explainer today. In a world totally packed with highly advanced tech, are we too quick to jump to complex software solutions when the real fix is literally just a loose cable sitting right in front of us? I mean, it's something to think about. Next time you face a massive problem, in your work or just in life, before you reach for the cannon, take 30 seconds and look for that quick win. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep your diagnostics sharp.